Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you. So let me see that greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it.
Set! Blue 30!
Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game. Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better. Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game.
Let's go.
Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better. That's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week and this week, but today was a great practice. And this coaching staff is loving it. You guys are the victories in our future.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's always so much fun when these two teams get together, and this game figures to be no different. They developed quite a rivalry over the years. Who will come out on top this time around? It's the Eagles going up against the Steelers. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game. As we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film would be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this would be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And if you didn't know what school Carson Wentz came from, if you didn't know he had played at a 1AA or FCS level, and you looked at his measurables, you would say, now that's what a quarterback's supposed to look like. 6'5", nearly 240 pounds, with the ability to run the football as well. He has the goods.
On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Play action to Sproles. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz surveying the field. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. With it is Brown. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th year now from Miami of Ohio. It's Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger is one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL. A big, strong, physical player. They often say about him, it's not the first 3 seconds of a play you have to worry about. It's the next 3 seconds after he bounces out of a hit and makes a big play downfield.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago over 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it.
Hurry up, let's go.
Again, it's Bell. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Deep drop. He's going to rifle one, and that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's obviously nothing shy about the guys dialing up offense here. They take a shot on third down, and boy, did they get rewarded, even though there was good defense on the play.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Here's the backup running back, Carlos Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here, as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. On the right side, caught by Green. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. A man from Tiny Liberty. This is Fitzgerald Toussaint. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceeding.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
For a guy who went to college as a quarterback, Ryan Matthews has turned into quite the power runner. If he could only stay healthy, well, his numbers would be huge, I think.
His numbers so far, 2 times over 1,000 yards with the Chargers, 5 years there now in his second year with the Eagles. Wentz now on first down. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, Ryan Matthews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still second down.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
In a tough spot to get it over the middle. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain on the dump off. It's second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Ryan Matthews, touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews, 35 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Benny Logan has the body of a defensive end, but the skill set of a defensive tackle. It's very difficult for offensive guards to block.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They come up in an offset eye. Now, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off, and now look at him go. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after now from Sturgis. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They start things on first down with Toussaint. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down following the run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. Plenty of scoring here after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And the defense will accept this penalty and force the offense back. Following the penalty, it's Williams. They find some open field here. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Carlos Williams, 44 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT, and this will remain a 5-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Barner. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And once again, they go with Sproles. Now, much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Sproles, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
A 3rd and inches, you pretty much expect to see straight-ahead runs, and this one doesn't quite go that way. And it certainly didn't help him trying to pick up a first down.
Yeah, trying to get to the outside, lost yardage. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now.
And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And out now come the Eagles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And from the 9-yard line now, it's first and goal. Here's Sproles. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Encroachment, defense. Still third down.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense. Still third down.
From the 3 now, here they come on third and goal. Now Daniel on third and goal. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel.
Holding, offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on third and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Third and long, it's Daniel. And it's intercepted. It's
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Here's Mettenberger. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Now Mettenberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A nice gain of 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch it now, Barney. Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw again. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it with Toussaint. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. James has got it, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. They come out here in the eye.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on... Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up third down and goal.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it, take a sack on second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And fourth down coming up.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Now it's Barner. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Here's Daniel now on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Daniel on third down. To the right side, caught by Saleh. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he comes back with one complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. First down. A dump off to Sproles. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, it was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed me a jet. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a third and long.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
False start, offense.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of one.
Brandon, it's funny, isn't it? Oftentimes when we get with these offensive coordinators, they always talk about the word balance. Well, sometimes you take balance and just throw it out the window. Sometimes balance is using what keeps working, and that's what they were doing, throwing the football.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both teams have had their moments so far today, and that's why we have a tight game on our hands. We'll have to see if either side can take control in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Eagles have it near the end of one. Matthews got great blocking here, and he'll go in from 35 yards out. They're now on top by 4. Second and 2 coming up. Roethlisberger's under pressure and throws the pick. Eagles will end up returning it for a TD. The lead now at 11. Now early in the second quarter, Williams is going to bust out into the open space, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. Steelers down now by 5. We move late into the second. Johnson's going to get the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 10. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to Heinz Field for the start of the third quarter.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Mettenberger. And this is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go. 319. 319. Go, let's go.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
Here we go.
Throwing on second down, Daniel finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
5 yards to gain here on third down.
Here we go. 319.
Daniel looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes and we'll be in great shape.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now the Steelers' offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Sammy Coates has it complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it's third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Mettenberger, and he finds Hayward Bay. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously, but the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
And he's got Rodgers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Fresh set of downs here. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. A gain of 6 there on first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And James has it. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Down the numbers. There he goes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, we're prepared and intercepted the pass.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that It means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go.
Here's Mettenberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Play clock winding down. Now Mettenberger. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. And now here comes the Steelers defense once more. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little while.
Were you good?
Wasn't very good at it. But I tell you what, the kids, they both lettered.
Your kids?
Exactly.
Okay.
Whose kids were we talking about? Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Trying to lay one up deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by the former first-rounder, Justin Gilbert. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. James has got it. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They come up in an offset eye.
Watching that, Barney! Watching that, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Set! Green 39! Here we go! Green 39!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And this is going to be incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Toussaint trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
While there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They run. This is Tucson. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
From the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. This is Tucson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught at the 3. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll run it with Sproles. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way of the outside.
Big time. Still leading, but it costs them. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Leonis McKelvin, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. just messes things up for you.
Sproles lost the football.
Time to do it.
Preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go. And maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this one.
Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard for interceptions. Once you get one, it makes you a little more antsy to try and get another one. Now they got to be careful of double moves, different things like that against them. But they like the momentum that they've begun to build.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things. But if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel finding time. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Daniel McCullers able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Time for a break. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now it's Sproles. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
All right, here we go.
losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast. Maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Right. Hey, 4 down.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll drop the throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Hey, check. Mike 50. Silver.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Benny Logan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go.
And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
One final shot, and this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That one is good, but the final margin will be 6 as this one is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
game.